Hey y'all, this is my video commentary about war. War, huh, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Okay, we really need to stop giving money to Ukraine. And here's a thought that I had, is that Vietnam corrupted America. And I feel like we're still being punished for the sins of the fathers, which is biblical. In the Old Testament it says that you will be punished for the sins of the fathers up to the 6th and 7th generation. How many of our fathers, grandfathers, uncles, cousins participated in Vietnam? And how many of them killed innocent women and children in the war in Vietnam? And why on earth did we even do it in the first place? Like, does anybody know? Does anybody know why in the 60s our soldiers went over to Vietnam and desecrated that entire country and killed all the women and children? Why? What did Vietnam do to us? Like Pearl Harbor, that made sense, okay? The Japanese, for no particular reason, bombed our ships in Hawaii at Pearl Harbor. Then we dropped the atom bombs in our country. That made sense. Why did Vietnam happen? You know, why did it happen? Nobody knows. So for whatever reason, all our soldiers went over there, died. They probably killed each other because it was guerrilla warfare. So they probably most of the time didn't even know who they were shooting at. They just went over there and killed each other. And then the drug revolution, the 60s, everybody was doing drugs to like numb the regret, numb the pain of the regret in the 60s, and then that just messed up America forever. Like, think of America in the 50s, and then think of America in the 60s, and ever since then. Totally different. 50s, mom stayed home. Everybody looked crisp and clean. Men were wearing suits. Women were wearing dresses and all dolled up. Their kids looked perfect. 60s, just like night and day different. Like, what happened? Rock and roll. Then you just had sex, drugs, and rock and roll. You had sexual freedom. You had birth control that came in, so then people were really promiscuous. You know, you had the crazy rock and roll, like songs like Hotel California, where you're like, what is that song about? It's obviously about something demonic. All kinds of weird demonic rock and roll songs, you know? Go look up the video, They Sold Their Souls to Rock and Roll, on YouTube. It's really good. Anyway, 60s, and then you had all the drugs, LSD. My dad, my dad was a 60s boy, and, you know, he molested me. My dad attempted to rape me when I was 6, and I always wondered, you know, was it because he grew up in the 60s? Was it because he did all those drugs? And he did. My dad probably did do every single drug out there. And he probably had tons of sexual partners before he married my mom. I don't know. I never asked him. But, you know, and he was a big fan of the Beatles, which, you know, I mean, mostly the Beatles were tame, or at least they started out tame, and then they got into drugs. But you gotta watch out for the effect that music has on you, you know? Because there is, yeah, there's like subliminal messaging in music. Like, the Yellow Submarine. What is the Yellow Submarine? Epiphany. What do you guys think the Yellow Submarine is? I'm just going to throw this out there. What if they're referring to a male penis? We all live in a yellow submarine. Like, sperm lives in it, you know? I don't know. I had that thought the other day. I was like, why would they come up with that? Like, what drug were they on when they wrote the Yellow Submarine? Why would you write a song about a yellow submarine? Probably talking about a male penis. Anyways, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds was about LSD. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Bands, I don't know. Like, every song past a certain point for them was like satanic, essentially. But people thought that they were so innocent and pure. Anyway, so I could blame the Beatles for corrupting my dad, you know, for sure the drugs, for sure the sexual revolution of the 60s, but, you know, and it all started with Vietnam. And so we need to be careful now with what's going to happen with this whole, like, Ukraine-Russia thing. And I seriously would give Trump a huge standing ovation for meeting with Zelensky, and I pray that he keeps doing that. And I pray that he'll keep trying to end that war, because it's ridiculous. Like, it's just like, it's just death. Like, somebody's obsessed with death, and that's why they keep telling these two countries to keep shooting at each other. And we keep giving Zelensky money and giving him weapons. Like, why don't we just tell him to stop? You know? Why can't we just tell him to stop? Just tell them to stop. You know? Why do we keep giving them weapons? Like, whose idea is that? Who wants people to keep shooting each other and killing each other, you know? People that want to depopulate, you know? Whatever. That whole stone that says, like, the population of the world must stay under, what? It's like 6 billion or something. It's demonic. It's a demonic idea. That the population of the world should stay under a certain amount. That's Satan. That's trying to convince people of that. So don't buy into that ideology, the death cult, you know. That's really what the whole abortion thing is. Genocide. That's genocide. That's basically what's happening right now. All around the world. Thank God we're okay over here in America. But why do we got all these refugees running over here? Why do we got so many people wanting to run into America? Because every single other country, genocide's happening. People are killing other people for no particular reason. Just like that movie Hotel Rwanda, you should watch it. One group of black people are killing another group of black people just because their noses look different. You know, like crazy bullcrap like that. Like, why do we got all these illegals wanting to run into America? 'Cause it's safe here for now. God bless America. Hopefully God will keep blessing America. Hopefully we'll keep being a safe place, you know? Yeah, so I do just want to say that in closing, that if Trump does want to deport all the illegals, I would just say, overall, I would just say, just let them stay and create jobs and create houses for them, because they're here for a reason. They're scared of their own country, and we're a safe harbor for them, you know, so we should just let them stay. Unless they're committing crimes, then they should go to prison, obviously. Anyways, God loves y'all. God bless. Bye.